So it's important to note here in this Tao of consciousness that we're all involved in, this ways of perception of talking to ourselves to expand the horizons, so to speak, evolutionary nature of all this. The siddhas, the powers, the subliminal understanding not only of your own biology and neurobiology and creating pattern languages that you can communicate with yourself with, we also communicate across body language, time, space. What is enticing? What can you have to be really careful when you start to play this game, for yourself. And I'm speaking to myself here, of course. You have to be very careful and very clear to yourself. And the clarity of this is that when you start having a dance with shakti and the shakti, when you have that dance, or allow yourself that dance, or that dance becomes a blessing, however that dance happens. And it's quantum, you're dancing on so many levels of energetic, perceptive realities here. Ecstasy, and I'm not talking about the drug, I'm talking about the internal consciousness that allows you to experience that. And then the neurotransmitters are activated naturally, and you can regulate that too to some degree. And you can let yourself luxuriate, that's the word, feel this energy flowing through you and letting your body be, every cell of your body being, you can talk to yourself where you could feel that almost, and then go through your muscles, go through the structures, ligaments of how you hold yourself, stretch a little bit, move that energy around naturally, and then let that schematic of that energy moving around move back into the mental framework of all this. The siddhas, the powers, are the byproduct of this kind of self-examination. They just have to be. You have to just, when you get to the point of asking yourself, well, what makes you happy? What gives you the neurotransmitter-driven response that makes you do this, right? What is the carrot here? The idea of that kind of ecstatic expression of life seems to me the only thing really worthwhile of pursuing here. And mind you, I am an only child, a Leo for God's sake, I only have my own self-interest in mind here, but my self-interest, I have found that when I am happy, for some ungodly reason, when I serve others or a greater idea of consciousness. And believe me, I fought that. Well, fuck that. I just want to serve myself. But unfortunately, that's the situation I find myself, and maybe fortunately. So anyway, the point being here is that you have to set up safeguards for the siddhas. You have to set up schematic definition of consciousness that allow you to see yourself against whatever moral, ethical framework that this human form that you've decided to participate in the dance. For example, I have daughters and granddaughters, and I always put that as a schematic in my dance with the Shakti.